Okay, thank you. Thank you for on your video, Shivani. Okay, so we'll do our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Ulmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaitya Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll take the blessings of Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, the beloved deities of ISKCON Abbots. So, how many of you all have visited ISKCON Abbots? Okay. Aren't the deities very beautiful? Radha Madan Mohan. How beautiful they are, right? It's like they are there only, right? Is it not? Yeah. Yes, I visited. Yeah, it is so. I mean, who all not visit, they all can visit and see how beautiful Radha Madan Mohan are there. Especially on festivals, they get decorated. This is the dress of Rasa Purnima for of Kartik month. So they are very beautiful, right? Yeah. Thank you all. Mataji, next slide. So yesterday, do you all remember what Arjuna was confused about? He had four things in his mind. He was so confused and was asking Krishna, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? So anybody can explain a little bit what you understood from yesterday's class about these four things. And today we will know what Krishna gives answer to all these questions. Okay, can anybody unmute? Yeah, you all can unmute any time. I have not kept you all on mute. So can anybody explain why Arjuna was you know yes, Mataji.
He was afraid of the sinful activities of own relatives and all.
Yes, correct. And
He thought of the futuristic things of killing everybody, so that what about the society after the
elders.
Kurukshetra Yuddha?
Hmm. Yeah, elders. How if elders are dead, then what will happen to family traditions? And
Yes.
two more things: compassion and
Compassion and relatives, killing own or family,
what Arjuna was saying. How can I kill my own relatives? And
own relatives,
yeah, and he was
and
saying, yes, Mataji, please tell.
uh, and what will I get after killing all these people, and what will I rule after that?
Yeah. So what should I do, Krishna, with all this wealth, health, if my relatives are only not there? So that is a type of detachment, and everybody was telling that Arjuna is right. So we'll see how Arjuna is right or wrong according to Krishna's point of view. Okay. Next slide, Mataji. Okay, so second chapter is called Contents of Gita Summarized. To surrender as a disciple, Atma Jnana, two duties, lasting happiness, we'll see today. Okay, next slide, Manch. Okay, so first thing is that to surrender as a disciple. So we'll see what it is about. Next slide, Manch. Okay. Surrender as a disciple, Bhagavad Gita 2.7. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichami tvam dharma samoda cheta yashreyash yashreyash sorry yashreyasya nishchitan brohitan me shishyasya teham shadimam tvam prapannam. Can anybody read it?
I will read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Now I am confused
Now
about
I
my
am confused
duty.
about my duty. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now, I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Thank you. So in this, Arjuna is actually surrendering as a disciple to Krishna. Why? Because he's so confused. He's not able to think intelligently of himself. So he's asking Krishna, Krishna, please help me. Like Arjuna, have you all ever been confused in your life that what should I do? Anytime you all got confused like that, that what should I do now? Are I'm not able to understand. Hmm?
Yes.
You all got that confusion? Yes, right. Every day we get up. Bah. Should I get up or not? Should I go to college or not? Should I uh, go to office or not? Should I what? Should I eat this or not? That is also sometimes this thing, no? Should I? My mother has made me today karela. I mean, kakarkai. Should I eat it or not? Then we will get nice scoldings from our mother that how can you not eat? And should I buy this or not? Should I do this or not? So these are just silly things which we even for silly things we get confused. So think about the life choices which we get confused, and we don't find any answers. So but Krishna is helping Arjuna. So I hope we all also understand the way Krishna is making Arjuna understand, and we also implement in our daily life. So I'm just launching a poll. It is, what is the qualification of a student? Be well educated and should ask good questions, should not know anything but be interested in learning, should test the teacher to check if teacher knows. So what do you all think? What is your opinion? There is no right or wrong thing in this. So what do you all think? Okay, 30 people have 36, 40. Okay, 60% have attended it. Still, around 20 people have not. So I'll just end it in 10 seconds. Okay, 71 have attended. So you can see the results. So many of them have told that be well educated and ask good questions. That is absolutely right. Being a student, we cannot, blind somebody we cannot trust or follow somebody blindly. We have to ask questions. I should not know anything, but be interested in learning. Yeah, of course, we need not be so much well educated, but we have to be. There should be a desire in learning. There's no desire. What is the use of this great knowledge which we have in our mind? What is that memories will fade away if we get old, if we get diseases like short-term memory. What is the use of getting that knowledge? But we have to be, we have to have the desire to learn new things. Students should test teacher to check if teacher knows? Yes, we can do that, because we cannot, as I told, we cannot trust somebody blindly, especially in these days. There are many wrong people who are misleading people in a wrong way, and there are many wrong sadhus, so-called sadhus, which by appearance they are like so good and all, but internally they are doing so much of bad things. They have assaulted girls, they have, they drink, they smoke and do all kind of stupid things. But in front of them, they in front of everybody, they are like, oh, I am a sadhu. You have to test them. You cannot trust somebody blindly. You have to be very intelligent when we are trusting somebody. Just like now these classes, you can test me, you can ask questions. If I am answering according to what dharma is, what Krishna is saying, then you can trust me. If I am not, then you can reject me. There's nothing wrong in that. But as I am following the Krishna's teachings from Bhagavad Gita as it is given from the Guru Parampara which I belong, so you can trust me. So, but you can test me even now also. I don't have any problem. So, so Arjuna is asking, he's very confused and he asks Krishna for help. But he's not asking help as a friend. He's asking help as a surrendered soul. That means a student. See, we cannot get guidance as a friend because friendly talks are very jovial. If our friend says also, our friend says that don't do this, but we will do that, right? But when our teachers or our parents tell in a way, in such a way that it is not friendly, but it is very serious, we will understand it very nicely and will, implement in our life for sure. Don't you think if, for example, I have to take BTech or MEC or BPC? It is your choice ultimately. But don't you think we will take our parents' opinion? We will take, right? And we will not take it, acha, my parents have told, I'll do my own wish. No, we take their decisions very seriously. Not only in studies, we take our parents' decisions in very other important aspects. But in home, we are very jovial with our with our parents. We joke with our parents, they also joke with us, we have friendly talks with them. So we don't do when it comes to important things, our mood changes. We respect our parents. We don't think them as, acha, she's my parents are telling just like that, so I need not listen. No, we don't do that, right? So just like that, Arjuna is going from a dear friend of Lord Krishna to a disciple. So when understanding about Bhagavad Gita, we have to have the same mood. Yes, Krishna is our friend. Krishna is our dear friend or brother or father or whatever you want to think. But when it comes to understanding the life concept about what Bhagavad Gita teaches, we have to come into the mood of a student. I mean, it's not like we are studying and it's not like the studies which we do in our colleges and schools. It's a higher level of study. So we'll understand it very slowly. So, Mataji, can you go for next slide? Okay. So Arjuna, he understands that once understanding oneself to be weak, seeks refuge in the Lord, a change in relationship guru disciple, wisdom flows from guru to disciple. See, if we have weaknesses, right? It's not like we are perfect. So the first step is that we have to understand our weakness. If you don't understand, oh, I am not weak, I will pretend, I'm very strong in front of everybody, or for yourself, for your own thing. If you think that, okay, I will, pretend as if I am strong, I don't have any weaknesses, then that is the wrong step. Accept whatever is your weakness. Then you will start searching for the answers you want. Else, that problem will stay in ourselves only. If we don't want to show to our own self that I am weak in this thing. For example, if a person is weak, if he bursts out in front of everybody, if he or she has issue in anger, but they don't never accept that, oh, I don't have any issues in anger. It's just that sometimes I burst out. No, we can accept that, okay, I have issues with anger, so I have to deal with it. Maybe we can approach somebody or take help of somebody. There is nothing wrong in doing that, but it's just that our ego comes in between. I understand, because I also get that in between, and I don't have refused to accept my weaknesses for a very long time. So that is there. So so just like Arjuna is seeking Krishna, what can we do if we have such problems? Any idea what we can do if we have such problems in our life? Whom can we seek our guidance to? Krishna, he will guide us, but we need to have some, physical things or, life things which we can able to understand, we can get guidance from.
Gurus.
And Guru.
Guru, yes, teach us. And
Parents or friends.
parents and friends, yes. And
Well-wishers, Mataji.
well-wishers, yes. And what we are doing right now, we are seeking guidance from
Krishna.
Krishna, yes, but it is from what? We are seeking guidance from a Shastra, scripture. Anything else? Okay, so we can get guidance from basically three things. A guru, that means anybody, either it can be your parents, either it can be people who are explaining about Bhagavad Gita, or they give guidance about the life. That is called a guru, or your teachers whoever is in your college and offices, etc. Sadhu means a saintly person. For example, Prabhupada, this Bhagavad Gita was given by Krishna, but Prabhupada has explained it in a very easy way so that we all can understand. If I am explaining it to you all, it is only because Prabhupada has given us it in a very easy and simple manner. So I am taking help of a sadhu like Prabhupada. That means I am reading his books. And I am taking help of Shastras. We can get guidance from Shastras also, like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is having all the examples. So we can get solutions from these three things. So Arjuna is asking Krishna, now explain me what is right thing to do. He's not asking, I will do this, Krishna. You explain me in this manner only. No, Arjuna is openly telling Krishna, now I am your disciple. Now think me as a disciple, and you become my guru. You become my spiritual master. Then Krishna starts saying to Arjuna. So what Krishna is trying to say, we will see in the next slides. But before that, I would like to explain you one story. You will understand what is the difference. So there are two students who come to a music teacher. One person, he already has taken classes from somewhere. He did not like the classes because they were so wrong. But that person thinks that, okay, I know about music, so I will be less charged. And there is another person who is like new person. He does not know anything. He does not even know the ABCD of music. Okay, so they come, they go to the teacher and they ask the price. So for the normal who does not know anything, he charges him fairly. But the second person who knows, who has already taken classes from somebody else, which were wrong, he charges triple times. Do you all know why? What might be the reason for that? What might be the reason? Any answers?
Mataji, towards subject.
He was?
He's overconfident towards the subject.
Okay. And?
He need to erase before content which he thinks he knows, and then teach them all the things from first.
Yes, right. So whatever content he has learned it in a wrong way, the teacher has to make double effort, okay, to remove all the things which have learned it wrong. So it will take more time than learning ABCD. It is very difficult to erase the ABCD which he has learned wrong, than just simply learning ABCD. Is it right or wrong? The master has charged correctly only because he has to erase all the misconceptions, all the wrong things. Just like that, now Krishna has to erase all the misconceptions and confusions which are there in Arjuna's mind. It's easy to preach about Bhagavad Gita if we don't know anything, but we all know everything. We all know what is life is. Explaining it to the people who already have misconceptions is very difficult. So Krishna is going to do that. They have a lot questions to ask, but extra efforts should be kept. Yes, correct. They have a lot of questions to ask, but extra efforts should be kept. Yes, right. So that is the case. Mataji, can you go to the next slide? Okay, life lesson. Can anybody read the surrender as a disciple?
Life will bewilder us in many circumstances. To solve life's deepest questions, one should seek the shelter of the exalted acharyas.
So basically, it is the Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu we have to take shelter of. Sometimes may get Guru instantly. We cannot understand what Bhagavad Gita says. So we can follow acharyas like Prabhupada, who has explained very easily in his books that what is this life. So we can approach something like that. So yeah. So whatever Krishna teaches Arjuna, the same applies to us also. It is not only that Krishna is saying to Arjuna and it is done, khatam ho gaya, matlab 5,000 years it is done. So we are just keeping that knowledge aside. No, it is the same things apply to us even now also. So we can learn from the instructions of Krishna, and also we can approach the Guru, Sadhu and Sangha to get the answers for our confusion. Mataji, can you go to next slide? Yeah, so we'll learn about Atma Jnana, and even we will get the answer to the first question which Arjuna asks Krishna. Arjuna's compassion for friends and relatives. We will understand about this. Mataji, next. Okay. Atma Jnana, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhagavad Gita 2.11. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Ashochayan Anvashochastvam Pragnana Vadamscha Vasase Gatasun Agata Sumscha Nanu Shochanti Panditaha. Anybody can read?
The
Hare
Supreme
Krishna Maharaj.
Personality of
Hare
Godhead
Krishna
said,
Mataji.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
This is the first shloka which Lord Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. In the first shloka, he's telling Arjuna, you are a very intelligent person. Then why are you speaking like this? You are, getting emotional, getting worried about the things which are not at all to be worried about. And why are you getting confused, Arjuna? Krishna is telling like that. So we will see how Krishna reveals about the concept of soul to Arjuna. Today, it is all about, learning about what is soul. And we will learn how Krishna, how he will tackle Arjuna's reasons, whatever he gave in the first chapter. And yes, we all know what is about soul, body, etc., etc. But I would like to request everybody to keep an open mind to learn more about Krishna's message. Okay, we can compare in what we believe and what Krishna says. We need not always be right, but Krishna is always right. That is there. That there is proof that Krishna is always right. So you all can, keep two differences: what I think and what Krishna thinks. Of course, it will take time to understand what Krishna is saying. It is not easy, but I am here to help you all. So we can discuss on this further, and don't come to a conclusion that, okay, today this happened, so this is the end. But this is the misconception many people get. That means today I've heard about this, so this is right. There is an explanation behind everything. So you have to have patience. You have to have patience to hear about it. It is 700 shlokas, 18 chapters cannot be completed in 1 day or 18 days. It takes time. So I request everybody to be patient and hear to all the 18 chapters. If still you have any doubts, you can approach us. No problem at all. Mataji, next slide. Okay. Atmajnana. Bhagavad Gita 2.13. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhiras tatra na muhyati. Can anybody read?
as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
So there is, in this picture, if we see, there is repetition. The soul, there's a baby here. He's becoming an infant, he's becoming a child, he's becoming an adult, he's becoming again an old man, again he's dead. Again, the cycle repeats. So Krishna is saying here, the soul goes from this body to that body. He goes from boyhood, youth age, old age. Similarly, the soul passes from another body at the time of death. The body will be completed. The body's job will be completed. A body can sustain only for a certain period of time. The body cannot live for very long period of time. But the soul remains. The soul will go from one body to another body. There are instances that where people have been remembering their old life before lifetime stories. So there are proofs that okay, this rebirth is there. I mean, we might get doubt that I am, how can I believe that this is all happening? But there are proofs that people have remembered their instances from the past life, and the scientists and all, they have inquired everything about that, and they have been telling true. And sometimes, don't you feel we all get that deja vu feeling that okay, I have seen this somewhere, but I'm not sure that where I have seen. Maybe it can be from our past life experiences. Maybe we had been there, but we don't remember right now. So we sometimes get that, but everybody cannot remember what we get through. We don't even remember what happened yesterday. So how can we remember from how many lifetimes we have been in this in different bodies? So we cannot understand. So a sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Okay, so and another example is that yesterday I have worn another kurti. Today I'm wearing another kurti. Tomorrow I'll wear another kurti. Will I wear the same kurti every day? No, unless and until I bath. I don't bath. Just like that, we are changing this clothes. The body is like clothes, anamata. So the soul goes from one body to another body. It's just like we are changing clothes every day. The soul also changes clothes after every lifetime. So, but which body? Don't ask me. I can't tell that. It all depends upon our karma. It all depends upon Krishna and what the activities we do in this lifetime. So that concept we will, get to know from tomorrow onwards. Today it is all about soul. What is our dharma? What is the right thing to do? How it will affect out to our day-to-day life? We will learn it from tomorrow. Mataji, can you go to next slide? Can anybody read it for me, please?
After death, the subtle body and soul move to the next physical body. Example, old shirt to new shirt, gross body, subtle body, and soul. In gross body, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. In subtle body, mind, intellect, and false ego. In soul, sat, chit, ananda.
Thank you so much. So there are basically three levels of us. The first is gross body, which is the Panchabhutas: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Ether is nothing but the space between our body. I mean, there is some space, right? There is no air and all, but there is space in our body. So that is called ether. You need not get confused about that. So this gross body we can see. I am seeing you, you are seeing me. This gross body is seen. We can see with our naked eye. But the second covering is subtle body. Subtle body is nothing but the mind, intelligence, and false ego. That also cannot be seen. But it doesn't mean that, okay, I am not seeing. It doesn't mean that I don't have my mind or I don't have intelligence. I don't have any false ego. We have, but it is not seen. Mind is nothing but what we think. It is not the brain. I'm not talking about the organ brain. I'm talking about mind. Mind is called the way we think, but we cannot see. Just like electricity, we know that electricity is passing through the wires, but can we see the electricity? Can we see electricity? Hmm?
No, Mat.
No, right? See, everybody, even though you don't, you cannot unmute, you can type with the chat also, no problem at all. The chat is open for everybody. I can understand because it is early morning. You don't want to disturb anybody, so you can type it in the chat also, not a problem. So we cannot see electricity. So, but does it mean that electricity is not there? It is there. Now we are using our phones or laptops. That means we are working on electricity. But okay, I don't believe that it is not seen, so electricity is not there. So I'm not going to use. I'm not going to believe in that. We don't think like that, right? We don't have that misconception. So just like that, we are thinking, we are intelligence, we have this false ego, but it cannot be seen. But it doesn't mean that they are not there. So what is false ego is that if, for example, I have a group project with my friends, I am doing everything instead of everybody. I am dominating everybody. And I'm thinking that, okay, my fellow mates are incompetent. Now, that means they don't know nothing. I only know everything. And we win the project. So you think that, okay, I did everything. I did everything. That is called false ego. See, if we are working in a group or as a human beings, we have to have humility and cooperation with everybody. Don't think that I don't have any relationship with anybody, so I need not care about them. No, as human beings, we have to have humility and cooperation with everybody. So the false ego is that I am only doing, I am only doing. But the thing is that neither your teammates are doing, neither you are also doing. It is Krishna who's doing. It's just that we are using a little intelligence, what we know, and even that intelligence is given by Krishna. So that is called false ego, that I am the doer, I am the doer. No, we are not the doer. We're just instruments. We are just, little souls which we are doing. Everything Krishna is, making us do. So mind cannot be seen, intelligence cannot be seen, false cannot be seen. So that is called subtle body, the memories, remembrance, the way we feel. The third thing is the soul. It's called Satchit Ananda. It is the meaning is always eternal, knowledgeable, and blissful. The soul is eternal; it does not die. It does not have any end or beginning. So it is always eternal. Whatever may happen, the body can die, anything can happen, even the whole world is destroyed, the soul is still there. And it is knowledgeable. Actually, we are so knowledgeable. It's just that we are covered by false ego, everything, by all the bad habits and all. That is why we are not able to get out that knowledgeable thing aspect of ours. And blissful, ananda. Ananda means we are always happy actually. There is actually, you know what, for the soul, there is no such thing as I'm sad or I'm happy. It is always happy only. There is no duality between happiness or sadness. It does not switch between happiness or sadness. It is always happy only. It's just that we are in this material body, we are experiencing some sadness, which is, common for everybody. But for the soul, it is always happiness. It is always in blissful mood. So the soul is carried into the next body by discarding the old body or the like just like the clothes. So that is the routine which we get. We have the gross body, we have the subtle body, we have the soul. It doesn't mean that we humans only have the gross body. All the animals, even plants, have the body, right? Soul means energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Yes, that is the concept. It is, but what energy? Whose energy? That we will all learn in the next chapters. So we have, one thing I want to ask before I launch the poll. Among these three, which is temporary and which are permanent? What you all understand by this slide? Which are temporary and which are permanent? You
Soul
all can
is
unmute.
permanent.
Soul.
Soul
Soul
is
body and
permanent.
subtle body are.
Gross body is temporary.
Okay. Gross body is temporary. Only gross body is temporary?
Subtle body as well, Mataji.
Body is also temporary. Soul is?
Permanent.
Soul body is permanent. The body also gets destroyed one day, right? If the soul, if somebody dies, the body is, either it is buried or it is fired, right? So how is it permanent? It is not permanent. It is temporary. Soul is permanent and body is temporary. Yes, you all got the concept very nicely. So I can assure that okay, you all got the concept and you will understand whatever the next slides are going to happen. So I'm just going to launch a poll. Okay. Second. So what is the most important thing to nurture? A subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego, or the gross body, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, or the soul? Any one important, the most important. I know three things are important. Maintaining our body is important, maintaining our mind, intelligence, and false ego is also important. But what is the most important thing? And even taking care of soul is very important. But what is very important? That I want to understand. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll just wait for another 15 seconds. 60% only participated. Another 30 people have to enter the poll. Okay, 70% have done. No worries. So yeah, you all got the concept that the most important thing is nurtured to be is soul. I mean, in the question it is soul, right? The most important thing. Three things are important to nurture. We cannot, okay, we keep on concentrating on our soul and we are not taking care of the body. That is also wrong. Because without our health, how can we do anything? Right? Without our intelligence, how can we do anything? Three are important, but the most important thing is soul. We have to focus and we have to nurture more on soul. Mataji, can you go to next slide? Knowledge of the self. Can anybody read it? Who am I? You can just read, we are not the body. That's it.
My hand, my leg, my eyes, my ears, my home, my car. I'm a baby, I'm a boy, I'm a youth, I'm a father, I'm a granddad, I'm a granny. We are not the body, we are the soul. We have a temporary body.
Yeah. I say my leg, my body, my this, my that. But you know, who is this I am? I am this Atma. I am this soul. See, the Atma, the body gets to all the changes. In the picture, it is seen, no? The body is getting all the changes. It is going from a fetus to child to infant, youth, you know, adult age, and then old age, and then again it leaves the body. The body is going with the changes. The body is going all different kinds of changes. Are we the same as we were in the childhood? Our body is the same?
No, Mataji.
No, it will change in the future also. We will get older, which we all girls hate to get, right? We all don't like to get older. So, but the only one thing that does not change is me. What is that me? What is that me?
Soul. Inner
Soul.
soul.
Soul does not change. It does not change. It does not get elder. It does not get younger. It's just the same. So there's a small pastime. What is the Vahana of Lord Vishnu?
Garuda.
Garuda. Garuda is an yes. Garuda is an eagle. So once Lord Vishnu was going to meet Lord Shiva in the Kailash, and he comes on Garuda. And there Yamraj also comes, the Lord of Death. So Garuda, greets Yamraj, and he sees Yamraj suddenly stops, and he was seeing a small bird, which was at the entrance of Kailash. So immediately Garuda thinks that, oh man, the bird is like sister to Garuda, right? They are of both species. So the Garuda thinks that, Arey, my little bird, she's going to get in trouble because the Yamaraj is seeing her. That means it is very near to death. So he takes that bird, Garuda flies at very high speed. So he goes thousands and thousands of miles away and keeps that bird in an island on a rock and goes away. Then again he comes back to Kailash and he again goes to Yamaraj. So Garuda asks him that why you were seeing that little bird very intensely. So Garuda asks Yamaraj why. So Yamaraj says, I was, I am able to see how the bird is going to die in just 5 minutes. But it is in Kailash, and I have seen that the bird is going to die because a snake is going to eat it thousands of miles away on an island. So Yamaraj was wondering how this little bird can fly that much far and how it can be dead. So Garuda was thinking, oh man, that if the bird would have been here, at least it would have not been dead. But that is the way how the life is there. But because of Garuda taking it to the other island, it is dead right now. So now Yamaraj understands, okay, so Garuda took him, so it is dead right now. So death is inevitable, no matter how much we try to stop it by artificial means or somehow or the other. Everybody has to leave this body. Everybody has to take another body. But in this lifetime, I mean, especially the human beings, are we not different from animals or plants? Or are we as same as animals or plants?
No, we are different.
We are different. How we are different? In what way? They also eat. I am also eating. They are also sleeping. I am also sleeping.
I
They are
can add
using their
speak.
young ones. Speak is
Our
no.
intellect.
Parrot also speaks. No, parrot also speaks. They are also speaking their own language. See, if I'm talking Tamil, will you understand? If I'm talking in Tamil,
We have the intellect to understand, Mataji.
yeah, they also speak, but we are not able to understand their own language. We have minds to think what is right or wrong. Yes, the animals don't know, and as Mataji told right now, we have that intelligence to understand. That is the main point which differentiates us. Now we are sitting in laptop and listening to this class. Will the animals do that? Do they know what is this class about? Will they understand if we make them understand? Will they understand? No, we have that higher intelligence to understand, more matters than the animals. So we have very little time. So, but we have to learn and apply what Bhagavad Gita says in our life. And you know what? We are so lucky that we are especially born in a country called Bharata, because we are so one second. So we are so enriched with the culture, with the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. You see, your mother and father, I'm sure they are living their life just like Krishna is saying. They might know or not know, but because they have mother and father have told them, they are living the same life. You see, you observe sometimes that they are living in a right way. They are not living in the wrong way, right? They don't cheat anybody. Um, they don't do bad to anybody. They know what is the concept of karma, what is the concept of God is. So we are so lucky to understand. There are people in the Western countries who know about our culture and are adapting that. ISKCON, is so famous in Russia. 50 years ago, if there was another concept of another religion, they would have shot them dead. Unless and until it is their own religion, they would have shot them dead in Russia. But now most devotees in ISKCON are from Russia. So see how this Sanatan Dharma of ours is so enriching, magnanimous, that it can change the lives of a very person who is leading a very bad life. But we are not living as much as bad life as they were doing. We are living a normal life. We follow our culture and all, but we don't follow what is the right path. We follow a path, but we don't follow what is the right path. So life, death, what happens to us, it is not in our hands, right? It is all arranged by Lord. So, but who is the real caretaker of our lives? Are we the real caretakers of our life? Who is the ultimate real caretaker of our life?
Krishna, Lord Krishna.
Krishna. Right. We have responsibilities, Mataji. Okay, we will discuss about that later on. Mataji, can you go to the next slide? So, life lesson which we learn here is that I cannot escape my sorrows by destroying or damaging my body. See, if suicide was a solution, then everybody would have done that. But that is not the solution. It makes situation worse. Okay, no matter how difficult life is, we should never ever think of suicide. As suicide will make your bodily platform even more worse. There is some explanation behind that, what happens to our soul after if somebody suicides. Natural death is okay, but if a person dies by suicide, there is a lot of, we think that, okay, I am going through many challenges, I will die and my problems will be solved. No, the soul will suffer a lot because of that. And you know what? We have to show life and everybody that I am a winner. I'm not a loser. I'm sure that everybody goes through the same challenges. But how people are surviving? It is because they have got the intelligence, they have the courage to experience the life problems. So some people don't have that courage. I understand. That is why, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna comes in place, comes in time. They make us understand that I have seen people from very, very, very bad situations, they have come into good situations. It's not that the situations have improved. It's just that the way they see the situations have improved. Before, they were not able to take that situation. But now, because of the teachings of Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, they are able to take it. They are able to deal the same problem, same people in a right and in a higher way. I also learned like something like that. I still have problems. It's not that, okay, I came to Krishna consciousness, I am reading Bhagavad Gita, I'm not going to have problems. Problem, everybody will have. Everybody will have. It's just that the way we solve it, it will be different. You will understand it slowly, slowly, not come in one day. Yes? Okay. So the first question which Arjuna asks is that Arjuna's compassion for friends and relatives. But Krishna asks, compassion for what? The body. It will be destroyed in one or the other day. No. Now they are there. Okay, you don't want to kill in Kurukshetra, but some or the other day they will be dead. No. So what for what you are showing the compassion? For the body, it will be dead. No need to have compassion for that. Krishna says the soul is eternal. So your friends and relatives are not dead only. Even though the body is dying, the soul always remains. So for what you are lamenting that they are going to get away from you? No, they are still there, even though their body is dead. So that is the first question which Krishna answers. Mataji, next slide. So what is this picture about, the bird and the cage? The bird and the cage, what do you all know what is this concept about? Okay, so basically we have two duties. And second question, Krishna answers. We will learn about it. Mataji, next slide. See, we have two dharmas. First is Swadharma. Swadharma, so we will go with the translation only. Can anybody read translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay.
Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation.
So Arjuna is a Kshatriya. That means he's a soldier to fight. Actually, Arjuna says in first chapter that Krishna, I'm not able to take this. I will run off. I'll go live like a beggar or a sannyasi or a sadhu in the forest. So for that, Krishna is answering, how can you run away from the battlefield? It is your duty. For example, the China or Pakistan, they attack our country. If the soldiers are not in the front line, do you all think we are sitting here peacefully? No, it is their dharma and they are doing. What happens if they all run away? The national security is breached. We all get into trouble, right? Just like that, Krishna is telling, how can you run away to the forest? This is your dharma. This is your swadharma. Swadharma means bodily duty. As you are in this body, as you are Arjuna, as you are the prince of this so and this so and country, you have to do your duty. You cannot escape from like that. So we also cannot escape from our duty. To our family, to the society, to our parents, we have to do our duty. We should not abandon our duty. We have to take the responsibility. But it will only, but don't think that this is the only duty. This is not the only duty. This is one of the duty. That means if we are doing only this duty, that means we are taking care of only the body. Okay, then it is like the parrot is there inside the cage. The cage is nicely cleaned and all, but the parrot is not being fed. What will happen after a few days? The parrot will be there.
Parrot will be.
The parrot will. What will happen to the parrot?
Parrot will be dead.
Parrot will be dead. So just like that, if we only do our swadharma, that means bodily duty, our everything will be nice, but the soul inside us will die. I mean, not die means in the sense it is eternal, but it's just that we cannot nurture our soul in the higher level. So we are just doing our body dharma. So next slide, we will know what is another dharma. Mataji, next slide. Next is Sanatana Dharma. Can anybody read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
By thus
By
engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the result of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all misery by going back to Godhead.
Okay, thank you. So by doing bhakti, what is bhakti? We will learn later on. So devotional service, it is called devotional service. That means whatever we do for Krishna, it is called bhakti. Simple. So whatever we are doing for Krishna, it is called bhakti. So by doing bhakti, we are doing the duty of our soul also. So we are doing swadharma by studying, by doing career, taking care of our responsibilities, etc. How we are doing Sanatan Dharma, how we are doing the soul dharma is that we are doing bhakti to Lord Krishna. If we are doing bhakti to Lord Krishna, our soul is automatically nurtured. So the details of all this will be explained in the future chapters. And we will, I am sure that everybody will be so happy to learn how to serve the Lord. It is very, very, very simple. We think that doing puja and all, it is so difficult. But, there is another higher concept than that. And it will be very easy for all of you. I'm sure many of you all know that. But, we will keep that suspense for the next classes. So we will learn about a pastime. Do you all know who is Ratnakar? Anybody knows who is Ratnakar? He's a great sage now. I mean, he became a great sage. So Ratnakar was a very dacoit. That means he used to rob and attack people, such that sometimes he used to kill people for that. And why he used to do that? Not because of fun, not because he's a psychotic. He used to do because he has to provide for his family, for his children, for his wife and all. One day, Narada Muni is a saint. He does not have anything other than Krishna. So he was going, and Ratnakar asked him and give me all the things which you have. So Narada Muni told, yes, I will give what I have. So then Narada Muni, asks him, why are you doing such, sinful activities? So Ratnakar tells, if I stop doing this, will you provide for my family? So Narada Muni tells, okay, but will your own family take the sins of your whatever sinful activities you are doing? So Ratnakar thinks about that. He goes to the family and asks his wife that I am doing this because of you. I want to feed you all, but will you partake my sins? The wife says, no, you are my husband. As it is your duty, you are the owner of the house. You have to do this. It is your duty. He goes to his children. They also tell the same thing. As you are our father, you have to do this. It is your dharma. Why will we take your sins? After we get elder, we have to do the same thing to our children. So Ratnakar gets shocked that I am doing such heinous activities for my family, but they are not, not taking my sins, partaking my sins. So he goes back to Narada Muni. Narada Muni then instructs that I understand this. That is why I told you to, you go to your family and ask this. So Narada Muni, so Ratnakar asks, what shall I do? Narada Muni tells him to chant the name of Lord Rama. But as he was a dacoit, he was not able to chant the name of Rama. So, but for him, Mara Mara was very important because Mara means Mardo. It is very easy for people like Ratnakar. That means for hunter. So he was chanting Mara 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 Mara. So it goes on like Rama. So after a few days, Valmiki comes and sees somebody's, he searched for Ratnakar and, somebody's chanting Rama, 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 Rama. There is an ant hill. So there, he finds Valmiki, and after that, Valmiki that means Ratnakar becomes Valmiki, the great sage who wrote what? He wrote
Ramayana.
Ramayana. Yes. So that such a hunter becomes Ramayana, Valmiki, and he writes the sacred book called Ramayana.
Ramayana.
So with these, by this pastime, what do you all understand? What do you all understand? Okay.
Guidance is important, Mataji.
Guidance is important. Yes, Manoj, that is the right part, right thing. Another thing,
Self-confidence.
huh? What?
Performing duties in a proper way.
Yeah, yes, right. He was doing only the bodily duties. He was not doing any soul duty. So Narada Muni comes, such a guru is very important in our life. Such a guru can change the life of a, hunter to becoming a Valmiki. Even now, Valmiki is remembered that how such a great sage he is. So going on a right path is very important, not only doing our bodily duties, but even our soul duties. And how a guru, a devotee can change the life of a hunter to a great sage. There are many other examples like that. There is Prahlad Maharaj, there is Dhruv Maharaj, etc., where the spiritual master or the guru changes the life of the disciple. So we must take care of both the body and the soul in the right way, not in the wrong way, which Ratnakar did at the starting. Okay. Mataji, can you go to the next slide? So Arjuna says that, okay, I'm getting tick marks on the screen. Very nice. So Arjuna says that, killing is very wrong. I am, so afraid of sins. But what Hanuman did in Lanka?
We burned the Lanka.
Burning, if we burn right now, is that the right thing? If we burn somebody's house? No, right? No, we will directly go to jail, or we will directly get, very bad permission, very, very severe punishment. But Hanuman did it for Lord Rama, which was, according to the dharma. And as he was doing for Lord Rama, that now we are, talking about Hanuman in a very, very, very high manner, in a glorious way. Right? So we even laugh that how Hanuman is so funny that he, with his tail, he burned the whole city of Lanka. Just like that, a rat, on an Ekadashi day, it was actually, there was a ghee lamp, but the rat took a mistake, thinking that it was a cherry, and it was about to eat that. It was taking its hand in that ghee lamp, but its hands got lit by fire, and there was photo of Lord Krishna. So it was, in panic, it was doing like this, like this, like this, and it became like it was giving aarti to Lord Krishna. So that small thing, liberated that rat. So even whatever the small things which we do for Krishna, Krishna will be so happy with that. So liberation, think that a rat, just by offering by mistake, it got liberation. So that is the power of doing little service for Krishna. Mataji, next slide. Okay, can anybody read it for me, please?
Life suffering are a sign of imbalance. Take time to introspect balance of your life. Question 2. Arjuna's detachment can't enjoy. What's the use of gaining all three words? Answer 1. If you win, you will get the whole earth. If you lose, you will go to heaven.
Yeah. So in one shloka, Krishna says, that Arjuna says that, what is the use of gaining all these things? So Krishna says that if you lose, you will get the whole earth. You will, you rule the kingdom in how many ever days you are there. Ruling the kingdom is not an easy thing. And, you will be nurturing all the people there. It's not only about your relatives and friends who are present there. It is about the people who are the citizens who are in your kingdom. So, focus on them. Why focus on relatives and friends? And if you lose, if you die, you will go to heaven. You can nicely enjoy in heaven. So that is what Krishna says to Arjuna. So we have to balance between the body and the soul. Don't think much of body, don't think much of soul. We have to balance both. If one thing is not there, the other thing will fall down. If another thing is not there, the other thing will also fall down. Okay, so we cannot ignore our college, school, or office because we are going to temple. We have to do our duty, then come to temple. And many have this misconception that, okay, we are going to ISKCON, we are going to a temple, and people will assume that, okay, these people are not going to marry. For me, only they told that, are you not going to marry? I was like, why will I not marry? Just because I went to a temple, does it mean that I'm not going to marry? I will marry in future. So actually, our Vaishnavas Forum is a very great example that we here girls, everybody is doing their own duty. They are focused in their career, they are focused in their schools, offices, etc. And they are still doing Krishna consciousness. They are still, involved in all these services. They come to temple, they do everything. So I hope you all will become something like that. So Mataji, can you just go to the next slide? Okay, lasting happiness, question 3 and question 4 we will learn about in the next slides. Next, Mataji. Can anybody read the translation? Lasting happiness.
Hare Krishna Mataji. For one thus satisfied in Krishna consciousness, the threefold miseries of material existence exist no longer. In such satisfied consciousness, one's intelligence is soon well established.
Okay. So basically, whoever is doing the Atma duty is the happiest. Yes, we have to do the body duty. I'm not saying no, okay, leave everything and just do Atma duty. No, we have to do body duty. But when compared to body duty and Atma duty, the Atma duty is the highest thing. It will give us so eternal happiness. And there are actually threefold miseries in our lives. Does anybody know? They are called three kleshas, three troubles in our life. Anybody knows? Okay. So there
Hare
are,
Krishna Mataji.
yes, Mataji, please tell.
Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi.
No. That is different. These are threefold miseries. That is another concept. That is, I'll
Mode
explain
of
it next.
passion, ignorance, and goodness.
No, those are three modes of material nature. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi are different. Three modes of material nature are different. Threefold miseries are different. Miseries means the problems which we get by three causes. The first is Adhyatmika Klesha. That means Adhyatmika misery. That is this misery which we cause by our own self. That means our mind will think in our mental state, mental distress or stress, anxiety, negative emotions like anger, greed, pride, etc. Okay, and some physical disease like fever, malaria, typhoid, something like that. So that is called Adhyatmika Klesha. That means the sufferings which we get by our own self. Next is Adi Bhautika Klesha, the sufferings which we get by other living entities. That means the mosquito comes and bites us. So we are getting suffering because of the mosquito. And sometimes somebody insults us. That is also a trouble. And sometimes our enemies trouble us. They cause us harm. That is also another type of trouble. So second type is the suffering which is caused by other living entities. The third thing is that Adi Dhaivika. Adi Dhaivika is nothing but the nature which will cause trouble, like earthquakes, floods, uh, COVID, or sometimes our astrology. They all come under the divine forces and nature. So these are the three miseries which we get as being in this body. So how do we get free from all these? Anybody has any solution for this?
Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay, nice. Next.
Surrender.
Having soulful knowledge.
Okay. And so the answer actually lies in the third chapter. It is called karma. So we'll learn about how to get free from all these types of sufferings in the next chapter. Mataji, can you go to the next slide? This is the last slide. So we'll just conclude it. Can anybody read it for me, please?
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hmm.
If one does one's soul duty with determination and enthusiasm, one can be happy in this life and in the afterlife. Arjuna's fear of sin. There is no sin in doing one's dharma in the rituous way, that is bhakti. Arjuna's worry about the future of society, destruction of family culture. You follow the right path, everyone will follow you.
So Arjuna thinks that Amma, I will get sins, so I should not do this. Then Krishna says that you have two dharmas, Swadharma and Atma Dharma. You have to do both. As a Kshatriya, you have to fight. That is your duty. There's no sin in doing your own duty. Just like a police beats a thief. If he's beating, he will not get any sin because that is his duty. But if we go and beat somebody, then we will get the punishment by police. But if the same policeman goes and beats the thief, he will not get that punishment. Right? So there's no sin in doing your own duty, Arjuna. So do your own duty, but in the right way. Do your body duty and do your Sanatana Dharma also, which is bhakti. And this fourth question, last question, which Arjuna asks, is that destruction of family tradition. So Krishna says that now if you go run away, you think everybody will follow you? Will everybody take you as a good example? No, nobody will think that, oh, Arjuna was so compassionate, so that is why he left the Kurukshetra and went away. No, nobody will think. Especially Duryodhana will think that, oh, because seeing my army, Arjuna has run away from the battlefield. No, you follow the right path, then everybody will follow you. If you rule the kingdom, you follow the right path, then there will be no end of the culture. Just like our PM, Narendra Modi, he has been promoting the Sanatan Dharma from the past 2 decades. Am I right or wrong? Before that, there was no such thing. I mean, it was very horrible in India. But
Yes, ma'am.
yes, right? So the leader, how the leader is, the people will become like that. Now I'm seeing many people coming into this good dharma called Sanatan Dharma. Why? Because our prime minister is only supporting Sanatan Dharma. So if the leader is right, then the people will automatically follow. If the king is right, the people will automatically follow. So just like that, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, if you follow the right path, then people will follow the right path. Then there will be no destruction of culture. So you do that. So what we'll conclude today is that Atma duty is very important. If we abandon it, we'll be unhappy. We might be happy with bodily conception, but that will sustain only for a shorter period of time. But if we do our Atma duty, it will sustain everlasting. One second. Yeah. So we have to do the Atma duty step by step. But the first and topmost secret you all want to know, the first and topmost secret of doing the Atma duty, you all want to know, or you all know what is that? You all don't know. Or do you want to know? Yes.
Want to know now?
Huh?
We all want to know, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So the first step and the topmost secret is that chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So you need not do it again after going to home and all, as it is very new to all. So before class, we will be starting the video before 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. It's just a video of 7 minutes. That's it. You chant for all these upcoming 16 days, and I can assure you that you will notice the difference before and after. If you're not getting any difference, come and ask me. I will, help you for whatever these things are there. So, but there are another steps also, but they are very, very, very simple. If you know, you'd be shocked. Doing, Atma duty is such an easy thing. Oh, wow. Then, I'll definitely do it. And it is very interesting. It is not at all boring. It is very interesting in Krishna consciousness. It is very interesting to do bhakti. So, what are the other steps? We will learn in the other chapters and all. So, the first chapter, Arjuna is confused. Second chapter, Krishna gives answers. I mean, little bit of answers here and there to Arjuna. I mean, for the first thing he explains about is Atma Jnana. That means learning about the soul. That means learning about the soul will make you happy. But how do we implement this Atma Jnana practically? See, learning about philosophically is okay. Okay, I have this Atma, I have this, etc., etc. But how to implement in your daily life? Just like an MBBS doctor is there. Okay, he becomes a doctor, but he has to still practice. Otherwise, he is not considered as a doctor. So, even though we are this Atma, we have to understand what is the action or what is our duties that we have to perform. What is this karma? What is this action? How it will be nullified? How it will, go in a how we will suffer with our bad karma, or how we should overcome this bad karma. That all we will learn in the third chapter, tomorrow's chapter. So in the third chapter, you will understand why do we still suffer. To understand this, we will learn about karma yoga. So there is last poll for today. Yeah, you all can read. What is one lesson you will apply from today's class? First is you're not this body, you're the soul. Second, take care of the body and soul. Trust Krishna, he's our real caretaker. Fourth is seek guidance from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Fifth is apply bhakti to be free from sufferings. Yeah. Patrick, you can go to next slide by the time. Next slide also. Okay, 30 people have answered. See. Still 30 people have to answer. I'll just keep it open for another minute. If anybody wants to leave, if they have offices, colleges, you all are welcome to leave. But if somebody wants to stay and ask any questions, or you want to give the feedback, you are always welcome. Still around 15 people have to give. Can you all give fast, quicker? I'll just wait for another 30 seconds and I'll end. 65%. I mean, 45 have participated. Okay. Okay, I'm ending the poll. So nice. The higher percentage is that. Trust Krishna, he's a real caretaker. And the next is you're not the body, you're the soul. You take care of both body and soul, seek guidance, and apply bhakti. So I'm happy that you all understood from today's class that what you all are taking points home. Okay. So tomorrow's sessions, we will learn about, are we really free? We think we are making our own choices, but what if karma is controlling us? Who's really in charge? Is this karma or somebody else in charge of our life? Then the secret to a stress-free life. Every action has consequences, but how do you know there is work without getting stuck in karma? Even though we do good things, even though we do bad things, karma is there. But how to get away from that karma? Who are you really following? Are we choosing the right role models for our lives? The enemy within. What force inside us pushes us to do things we regret? Learn how to recognize and defeat it before it takes over. So you all will join the next class.